What's up, YouTube? It's Eric, a Lions fan. Thanks for clicking on this video. We're going to talk about the Holiday Bowl today, where Michigan State and Washington State met. From what I'm reading and from a little bit of the game that I seen, because my furnace was having issues, it wasn't much of a game, really. This is the biggest season turnaround for Michigan State in their program. Last year they were 3-9. Today they're 10-3. Coming into today. I don't know where they're going to be ended up. I'm sure they're going to be better than 18th. While Washington State didn't even look like they were ready to play. And I'll go through it. I got some stuff on here on my little index card that I got. Lewerke was 13 for 21 for 213 yards passing, and he also rushed for 73 yards on 14 carries. So he was he was spot on today, or excuse me, yesterday. Today's the 30th of December, 2 days to New Year's. He ended up being the MVP. It looks to be pretty bright there at Michigan State if D'Antonio still wants to stick around and try to get the program up to the elite level. L.J. Scott had 18 carries for 110 yards, and he had two receiving catches for 26 yards. He said he is coming back today, or last night he said he's coming back for a senior season, which I think is a good idea, being that he has fumble issues. Hopefully Michigan State can correct those fumble issues and get him catapulted up into the NFL. Because I think that if he went into the NFL, he would probably not do very well. Probably at a low seeding there because of his fumbles. I mean, all year he's had fumble issues. Let's not just think that he didn't have any fumbles or only had one or two fumbles. No, he kind of fumbled all throughout the season today. But I think it was a very good idea for him to come back to correct those fumble issues, and his draft stock probably wouldn't have been very high. So I think that's a good thing for L.J. Scott. Felton Davis had 4 catches for 118 yards and 1 touchdown, and White had 3 for 41, and he had 2 touchdowns. So that tells you how good Lewerke was spreading the ball around. The offense had 440 yards worth of offense. I kept going back and forth. They did have 35 unanswered points, and on 4 drives they scored. So if that even tells you how good Michigan State was, or is that a thing that tells you how bad Washington State's defense was? But coming into Washington State, they were without their quarterback. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing his name correctly. Luke Falk. He was out with a wrist injury. Now, at the end of the game, when the reporters were pressed on kind of why the injury happened, he was kind of very condescending, and or Leach was. He was very condescending, and he just said next question like he was upset, and I don't know. I don't understand why not come out with that information if it's something that's not bad. It kind of makes it look to me like it was something that he really shouldn't have been doing, or broke it on doing something, if he was roughhousing or if he got in a bar fight, broke his wrist, It's kind of weird to hear about. And they had their first start with Tyler Hilinski. The first drive that they did, I watched the first drive, it looked pretty good, but at subsequent drives, I guess, according to a couple of people that are beat writers out there for Washington State, it didn't look like he did all that great, excuse me. There was one article that I was reading from the Seattle Times, just kind of rips Washington State up one side and down the other. The guy I can't remember his name. He didn't leave anything out, let's put it that way. He was pretty direct and kind of not. I get maybe he's a former Wisconsin, a former Washington State alumni. Maybe he just felt like they didn't come to play, which really they didn't come to play. I mean, it was 42-3 come towards the fourth quarter, and Michigan State kind of let up a little bit, let them score a little bit, make it a little bit more. What's the word I'm looking for? Respectable. I mean, from the little that I watched and from what article that I read, I mean, Michigan State is well on to their way to having a good season in the Big Ten for 2018. I don't know who they're having for another class. I don't really get into all that stuff, but being more of a Michigan fan than a Michigan State fan, and I'm kind of, as I've gotten older, the rivalry just really doesn't bother me anymore. I think Michigan State is well on their way to getting a chance at the Big Ten. Now, that's how they really should have looked against Ohio State last month, in my personal opinion. If they would have played like that, or any resemblance of that, they would have gave Ohio State probably all they could handle. Probably would have came out with a win, too. But it is what it is, guys. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here. Let me know what you guys think of the Michigan State and Washington State football game. And if there's anyone watching from maybe a Washington State fan, put it down in the comments, please. Let me know what you guys thought. And, also do a like, subscribe as well. I try to do a bowl series on it. I know I really haven't been very good about getting bowl games out here and getting them out here up on YouTube for you guys, but I hope that changes here with Christmas and New Year's kind of starting to kind of wind down. So, yeah, guys, let me know what you guys think. Put it down in the comments. Do a like, subscribe too. As always, guys, I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I hope to see you guys again soon. Deuces, guys. Take care.